Good day, I'm Peter Rugnott, and you're watching Inside the Caribbean. The good, the bad and the ugly. Vybz cartel murder conviction overturned, and the Jamaican government has been ordered by King Charles to reimburse the courts cost for all convicted. Some say Vybz Kartel and his co-accused could be reimbursed millions, but is that so? Here is Matthew with more on the story.
International dancehall music star Vybz Kartel, who has been in a Jamaican prison for over a decade, is nearing a pivotal moment in his case. It has been reported that King Charles has approved the UK Privy Council's decision to overturn the murder convictions of dancehall superstar Vybz Kartel and 3 other men. An exclusive copy of the King's order from the court at Buckingham Palace reveals that Jamaica must reimburse all court costs to the 4 men. The decision by the UK Privy Council to quash Vybz Kartel's murder conviction and order Jamaica to pay the court costs is being described as a landmark decision and a significant development in the country's legal system. It's possible that this is the first time that Jamaica has been ordered to pay court costs in a case like this, but without more information, it's difficult to say for sure. It's worth noting that Jamaica's legal system is based on English common law, and appeals to the Privy Council in London are a standard part of the legal process for certain cases. However, the decision to quash a murder conviction and order a retrial is relatively rare, and the fact that Jamaica has been ordered to pay the court costs adds an additional layer of significance to this case. Court costs typically include a variety of fees and expenses associated with the legal process, such as filing fees, the cost of submitting documents to the court, service fees, charges for serving legal papers such as summonses and subpoenas, court reporter fees, costs associated with transcribing depositions and court proceedings, transcript and copying fees, expenses for obtaining copies of court documents and exhibits. The party that wins a lawsuit is typically awarded court costs as part of the judgment. In the case of Vybz Kartel's appeal, Jamaica will be required to pay these costs as part of the decision to quash his murder conviction and order a retrial. It's not clear at this time what the exact amount of these costs will be or how they will be allocated among the parties involved in the case. Making an assumption on the exact amount of court costs in Vybz Kartel's appeal case is difficult without more information. However, based on the fact that this is a high-profile case involving multiple defendants and a complex legal process, it's possible that the costs could be substantial. Some estimates suggest that court costs for a typical criminal appeal in Jamaica can range from $500,000 to $1 million Jamaican dollars, approximately $3,500 to $7,000 USD, depending on the complexity of the case and the amount of evidence involved. However, it's important to note that these figures are purely speculative, and the actual costs in Vybz Kartel's case could be significantly higher or lower, depending on a variety of factors.
With more on the case, here is Melissa.
Kartel, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, and his 3 co-defendants have been imprisoned in Jamaican prisons since their 2011 arrest for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, whose body was never found. Despite this significant victory, their struggle for freedom remains uncertain. Last month, the Privy Council in London made a striking decision, addressing the issue with clear and forceful language. Questions about what will happen next have rapidly increased in recent weeks. The 4 men were convicted in 2014 in what became the longest trial in Jamaican history. In the final days of the trial, 1 juror was suspected of offering bribes to the other jurors. However, instead of dismissing the case, the judge allowed it to continue. The legal troubles persist for the international dancehall sensation, as fans worldwide eagerly await the next developments. The UK Privy Council's decision attracted so much interest that the high volume of online viewers repeatedly crashed the courtroom's live stream from London. Once the stream was restored, the world watched as the 2014 murder conviction was overturned. "Victorious!" Kartel posted on Instagram. "Anytime now." This is a landmark decision. This is a very, very compelling and interesting case. It really calls into question what the Jamaica courts, the lower courts, did in these convictions of Vybz Kartel and his co-defendants. attorney and analyst Robin Nunn said. The Privy Council effectively returned the case to the Jamaican Court of Appeals. Even though they are now not guilty innocent men, according to the Privy Council, they remain incarcerated. Nunn says they have two options. One, call for a new trial, which means we will start this process all over again from the beginning with a new jury, perhaps new attorneys for the defendants, perhaps a whole new set of facts and scenarios even. Or they will release Vybz Kartel and the co-defendants and decide this is not something they want to bring forward. Vybz Kartel's attorney, Isaac Buchanan, has stated that the Court of Appeal has scheduled a court date of June 10th through June 14th to decide whether to release the men or attempt to bring a new case.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.